Will we see them? So I'll wait for them to come. Yeah. Good afternoon, everyone. We acknowledge that the lands on which Memorial University's campuses are situated are in the traditional territories of diverse Indigenous groups, and we acknowledge with respect the histories and cultures of the Beothuk, Mi'kmaq, Innu, and Inuit of this province. Welcome to the 2024 President's Awards, which recognise individuals or teams for their outstanding contributions in research, teaching, service and public engagement. I'm coming to you from Grenfell campus. Grenfell has had an incredibly difficult past year following the cybersecurity incident in December 2023. And I wanted to be here personally to thank you and congratulate everyone involved. In 1939, Margaret Dooley, Newfoundland and Labrador's first internationally acclaimed novelist, published the novel Cold Pastoral. The novel is a depiction of outport life that sits in stark contrast to life in upper level St. John's. It also portrays a Memorial University College graduation ceremony, during which over a dozen speakers refer to the college's motto, launch forth into the deep. Finally, one character, bored with the long speeches, exclaims, "My God, if another person tells them to plunge into the deep, I'll follow with pleasure." We're proud that our university made it into an acclaimed work of fiction, but we're even more proud that for 100 years we've been launching forth. Our motto captures the spirit of adventure, of learning, and encourages faculty, staff, and students alike to extend the frontiers of knowledge. It symbolises the initiative to open doors to many new opportunities. As John Lewis Payton said, when explaining why he chose it, the man, he actually said that, note man, who launches forth into the deep, escapes from the smallness and narrowness of life, he thinks in a big way about life. So I'm going to reread that. The person who launches forth into the deep escapes from the smallness and narrowness of life. They think in a big way about life. Today, we celebrate those big thinkers. As always, these awards are a combined effort. In St. John's, we have Dr. Jennifer Lokash, Provost and Vice President Academic, Dr. Tana Allen, Vice President Research, Lisa Brown, Vice President Administration, Finance and Advancement, and here in Cornerbrook, Dr. Ken Jacobson, Vice President Grenfell Campus. Let's begin. I ask that the recipients come forward as their name is called, and I want to thank Chancellor Earl Ludlow, who will present the awards in St. John's on my behalf. Over to you, Jennifer.
Thank you, Neil. How's the volume? Hello, everyone. I am very pleased to be here this beautiful, snowy winter afternoon to announce the recipients of the 2024 President's Awards for Excellence in Teaching and Graduate Supervision. From the scholarship of teaching and learning to the time spent in classrooms, labs, and faculty offices, the day-to-day work of education and mentorship sometimes goes unnoticed. However, this work is essential to Memorial's mission. It is thanks to our many dedicated faculty, instructors, and supervisors that our learners progress through their programs, grow as students and scholars, and move into successful careers inside and outside of academia. These awards recognize Memorial's leaders in teaching and graduate supervision. The recipients have been nominated by their peers who see the essential role they play in learner success. I'm honored to have the opportunity to recognize them today. I would now like to ask Mr. Earl Ludlow, our Chancellor, our champion, to join me to present the awards. And as Dr. Bowe said, as your name is called, the recipients of the award should come to the front. And if this is something that excites you, then please bask in the glory of the moment. If it is not, take a deep breath. You're going to be a little uncomfortable for a minute or two, but then it will be over. Not you, Chancellor. Dr. Tiffany Lee. Dr. Tiffany Lee is an assistant professor in the School of Pharmacy, and she is the recipient of this year's President's Award for Distinguished Teaching. Dr. Lee is recognized for her enthusiastic, innovative, and collegial approach to teaching, student support, and learning assessment. Her creative instruction approaches include role-playing, peer assessment, and individualized feedback. She uses case-based experiential learning to incorporate marginalized voices and prepare students for clinical practice. She holds expertise in course and curriculum development across multiple delivery modes, and her scholarly contributions include extensive publications and conference presentations. As a peer mentor, she helps her colleagues create interactive, online learning course content. Dr. Lee has expanded educational access as director of the Working Professional Program, for which she created a curriculum addressing medical personnel shortages and accommodating many pharmaceutical professionals' part-time needs. She also developed and implemented a new curriculum for the PharmD program, ensuring it met the field's evolving needs. Dr. Lee is a passionate and caring instructor, a committed and patient-centered professional, and a supportive and generous colleague. Congratulations, Dr. Lee. Well done. Dr. Isabelle Cote. Dr. Isabelle Cote is an associate professor in the Department of Political Science, and she is also the recipient of this year's President's Award for Outstanding Teaching. Dr. Cote is recognized for her substantial contributions to teaching, training, and mentorship. Dr. Cote's supervision and collaborative mentorship encourages students to develop their ideas and research skills and enables them to reach their full scholarly potential. She publishes with her students more than anyone else in her department. A professional development series she created is now a required graduate course in her program. Dr. Cote's contributions include strategic planning for improving teaching programs and student experiences. As her department's graduate program committee member, she was crucial in making changes to the political science program. She also helped the department secure funding to support an academic conference for graduate students and developed and fostered a student travel fund. Enthusiastic and generous, Dr. Cote inspires her colleagues every day to push the boundaries for their students. She stands out among her peers due to her drive, empathy, and leadership in teaching. Congratulations, Dr. Cote. The recipient of this year's President's Award for Outstanding Graduate and Postgraduate Supervision is Dr. Leslie James. Unfortunately, Dr. James couldn't be here, so we're going to have the Interim Dean of the Faculty of Engineering and Applied Sciences, Dr. Bing Chen, come to the front and accept the award on her behalf. There you go. Dr. James makes graduate student and postdoctoral fellow supervision a top priority. She has a keen focus on all aspects of a graduate student's life, and that extends beyond academics. She's empathetic to personal events in her students' lives, often seeking out scholarships to help alleviate financial burdens. Her mentorship and guidance have been invaluable, shaping professional journeys in ways never imagined. Many of her journal publications and conference presentations are co-authored by graduate students or postdoctoral fellows. After graduation, many of her students have gone on to work in some of the top organizations in Canada and abroad. Both graduate students and postdoctoral fellows who work with Dr. James say she not only secures significant research funding that supports their academic work, but her students admire the profound impact her work has on the world around them and have called her commitment to environmental sustainability inspiring. Congratulations, Dr. James, and thank you, Dr. Bing Chen. Thank you, Dr. Chen. Congratulations again to all this year's honorees. And now it is my pleasure to introduce Dr. Tana Allen, Memorial's Vice President Research, who will announce the 2024 recipients of the President's Awards for Research.
Thank you, Jennifer. We're big on anniversaries, especially during our centennial celebrations this year. I'm going to give you a few numbers. Did you know it's been 54 years since the launch of Memorial's first major venture in ocean research, LoRa 1. The low temperature ocean activity was a cylindrical lab anchored off St. Philip's and believed to have been the only cold water habitat in operation in the world at that time. It's also been 51 years since Memorial created an Office of Research to support innovative projects like LoRa 1. And for the 14th year in a row, Memorial ranks among Canada's top 20 research universities. For those keeping track, those are just 3 special sets of numbers, but more than 100 reasons to celebrate. The opportunities for our future run as deep as the water that surrounds us, as demonstrated by our 4 Research Award recipients. The President's Award for Outstanding Research and the designation of University Research Professor are 2 of the highest research honors our university bestows. The President's Award for Outstanding Research recognizes researchers who have made extraordinary contributions to their scholarly disciplines. I would like to introduce the first of our two recipients, Dr. Christine Carter. Dr. Carter is an internationally lauded clarinetist with an impressive record of artistic dissemination, known for her visionary interdisciplinary projects that illuminate the roles of the arts in addressing complex challenges. Dr. Carter co-founded the acclaimed Iris Trio, an ensemble celebrated for its imaginative programming and virtuosity. An award-winning recording artist, she has performed at prestigious venues across the globe. A sought-after expert in performance psychology, Dr. Carter is one of the few active concert artists worldwide conducting research in the area, bridging the gap between research and current practices. Her team's peer-reviewed article on optimizing music learning has been viewed over 21,000 times, influencing diverse fields including medical education. In recognition of her influential work, Dr. Carter was inducted into the Royal Society of Canada's College of New Scholars, Artists and Scientists in 2023. The recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Research is Dr. Christine Carter. Our next recipient is Dr. Zohrab Zendabudi. I got it. I was practicing all night. Dr. Zendabudi has made exceptional contributions to the field of chemical engineering, with a particular focus on transport phenomena, energy and environment and process systems engineering. His work on carbon capture, utilization, conversion, and storage has benefited global efforts to mitigate climate change. Dr. Zendabudi's research partnerships have fostered innovative research initiatives leading to significant advancements in areas such as biofuel production, oil spill detection, and water treatment. He has authored and co-authored almost 300 peer-reviewed journal articles, which are among the top 25% in their respective fields. A prolific educator and researcher, Dr. Zendabudi has supervised and co-supervised approximately 100 highly qualified personnel. He has been named to Stanford University's prestigious World's Top 2% Scientists list, received the Canadian Society for Chemical Engineering's Lectureship Award, and the Terra Nova Innovator Award. The recipient of the President's Award for Outstanding Research is Dr. Zohrab Zendabudi. Enormous, hugest congratulations to both. Now, our next category. University Research Professor is a designation above the rank of professor. The title is the most prestigious recognition the university gives for research. This award goes to faculty members who have demonstrated a consistently high level of scholarship and whose research is of truly international stature. This year, 2 faculty members will be designated University Research Professor. I would like to introduce the first of our 2 recipients, Dr. Colin Farquharson. Dr. Farquharson is an internationally recognized expert in the field of electromagnetic methods in geophysics. With his game-changing approach, Dr. Farquharson is leading the development of a more sophisticated and powerful computer-based interpretation methods for geophysical survey data. His research is creating new insight into critical minerals exploration and is essential for managing and satisfying present-day lifestyle demands while moving towards a greener economy. Dr. Farquharson's group has been one of the main proponents of the adoption of the next generation of computer Earth models, the three-dimensional digital maps of what's underground, a digital twin of Earth's subsurface. He is author and co-author of nearly 90 peer-reviewed publications in leading journals, has supervised and mentored more than 80 students, researchers, and visiting scientists, and has been invited to speak at prestigious international conferences. The recipient of the University Professor designation is Dr. Colin Farquharson. Our next recipient is Dr. Marco Merkley. Dr. Merkley is recognized as a global expert in the mathematical analysis of open quantum systems, where he has made fundamental contributions to the field of mathematical physics. He is the only researcher to ever complete mathematical validation of several widely used approximations frequently relied upon by applied researchers. This rigorous approach is considered one of the most important advancements in mathematical theory of open systems in recent years. Dr. Merkley has developed several models that he has used to address various and important problems in physics, quantum information, chemistry, and biology. An innovative thinker, Dr. Merkley has ongoing collaborations with colleagues across the globe. He has authored more than 65 refereed articles in top international journals, has been invited to present at more than 60 conferences, and mentored more than 20 next-generation researchers. The recipient of the University Research Professor designation is Dr. Marco Merkley. My notes say sincere congratulations, but I think it's huge congratulations to each of our recipients. I now call upon Ms. Lisa Brown, Vice President, Administration, Finance, and Advancement, to present the next awards.
Good afternoon, everyone. Community service and public engagement, two of my favorite things, have been part of the DNA of this university since its early days. Former President John Lewis Payton was determined to see the college, as it was known at that time, Memorial University College, reach out to the public. Evening courses were offered in French, art, and economics. He added a biology course to the curriculum because he thought it would help the fishery. And in the first year of opening, Memorial University College organized a traveling library. This commitment to place hasn't wavered in 100 years, as evident in our public engagement partnership and exceptional community service award recipients. The Public Engagement Framework Award recognizes an outstanding collaboration between Memorial and the public that connects to Memorial's academic mission, makes a real difference in the world, and showcases mutual respect, contributions, and benefits. The recipient of this year's award, is the Public Interest Group on Cancer Research. This group is a collaboration between faculty of medicine scientists and people whose lives have been affected by cancer. Members work together to set research directions, co-design studies that address patient and family priorities, disseminate public and scientific knowledge about cancer, and advocate for cancer-affected individuals and families. The group published several scholarly manuscripts with public partner co-authors, presented at countless community and scholarly events, hosted a conference on cancer, co-developed and co-led multiple projects, and launched a podcast. Much of the group's success comes down to the central role people affected by cancer has in the group's work. It is truly a member-driven project. I'm pleased to present the Public Engagement Partnership Award to the Public Interest Group on Cancer Research. Congratulations. Up next is the Exceptional Community Service Award. This is an award that recognizes a faculty or staff member who has demonstrated exceptional volunteer contributions to communities or organizations. This year's recipient is Dr. Paul DeDecker. Unfortunately, Dr. DeDecker can't be here today. Accepting the award on his behalf is Greg O'Grady, community partner with the Newfoundland Stuttering Association. Don't worry, we're celebrating him and with you being here. Dr. DeDecker is dedicated to supporting the stuttering community in Newfoundland and Labrador. Through his work with the Communication Collaborative and the Newfoundland and Labrador Stuttering Association, Dr. DeDecker advocates for the rights and adequate supports for people with communication delays and disorders. With the mission of rebuilding confidence and hope for people who stutter by dismantling stuttering myths, stereotypes, and barriers, he created a podcast called Some Stutter La. I practiced how to say that. The podcast is on track to air its 100th episode early this year. He also uses film to advocate for the stuttering community, including Getting the Words Out, a documentary short about the stigma people who stutter face, and Unapologetic, Challenging Discommunication, a film produced in solidarity with people in Newfoundland and Labrador who stutter. In 2023, as primary lead, he launched a 2-poster educational resource introducing stuttering awareness to the K-12 school system. We're pleased to present the President's Award for Exceptional Community Service to Dr. Paul DeDecker via Greg O'Grady. Thank you. The President's Award for Exemplary Employees recognizes achievement and commitment to fostering Memorial's strategic cultures in both individual and team categories. Now, you know if I say Madonna, Rihanna, there's just one name you need, and you know who the person is. This next person is in that category. Darcy, where are you? Darcy Andrews is being recognized with the Champion of Service Award. He is a classroom technologist with the Center for Innovation in Teaching and Learning and a valued member of the classroom support team. On this team, he addresses classroom multimedia needs and provides support for special events and conferences. Darcy often takes on new challenges in response to the university community's evolving needs. He was instrumental in helping Memorial navigate the many disruptions caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, often working directly with instructors and staff to help them use new video conferencing tools for remote work and instruction. He was also responsible for setting up and supporting many virtual towns, graduations, and other ceremonies during those years. He essentially does whatever is needed to be done. And I know how profoundly uncomfortable he is because he loves to blend into the background knowing that the technology is working perfectly. Congratulations, Darcy. Our second Champion of Service Award goes to Officer Colin Lane. Officer Colin Lane with Campus Enforcement and Patrol is a true champion of service. A CEP employee for more than 14 years, Colin exemplifies the highest standards of service and dedication, consistently fostering a welcoming and secure campus environment. He exhibits an unwavering commitment to safety and well-being, whether through proactive crime prevention, offering support to students in distress, or calmly handling high-stress situations. He always demonstrates an exceptional level of care and compassion. He also makes time to engage with students, faculty, and staff, fostering a sense of trust and collaboration between campus enforcement and the university community. When there are requests for volunteers, Officer Lane is among the first to step up. He assists with CEP's annual holiday toy drive, regularly collects donations for the campus food bank, and has dressed as Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny during the holiday periods. I was hoping he would appear as the Easter Bunny today, but alas, he's in uniform. I am pleased to present the Champion of Service Award to Colin Lane. Elizabeth Sims is our final Champion of Service Award recipient. Elizabeth Sims, Manager, Planning and Strategic Operations with the School of Graduate Studies, has innovative ideas on processes, policies, and procedures to better serve graduate students. Elizabeth has been a champion in the design and offering of a new breakfast program for graduate students and a program for graduate student families. She has also contributed to a pilot program to provide parental leave to support graduate students in research programs, and she helps students in financial need apply for scholarships. Ms. Sims is eager to support equity, diversity, inclusion, and anti-racism initiatives. She has worked to recruit, hire, and mentor graduate students from equity-deserving groups, and her mentorship has made a real difference in the lives of many. She was an integral part in helping launch a Black graduate student lunch and subsequently provided advice and support to graduate students to form the Black Graduate Student Society. I'm pleased to present the Champion of Service Award to Elizabeth Sims. Our next award is the Champion of Innovation Award in the Team category. Please welcome Dr. Jillian Morrissey, Sarah Croft, Alyssa King, and Nancy Leung, who together are the Center for Social Enterprise team. The Center for Social Enterprise team is a leading force in social innovation, demonstrating a remarkable ability to drive change. Among the team's achievements are several first-of-a-kind programs for the province, including the Social Ventures Incubator, which helps students and alumni develop innovative solutions to pressing social issues. Similarly, the Investing Fellowship Program introduces students to the growing field of social finance. A social enterprise living lab enables students to work alongside a social enterprise in the province, and the Work Experience in Social Enterprise program invested over $93,000 in wage subsidies to hire students to work with social enterprises last year alone. The team frequently reevaluates its processes and programs, incorporates feedback, and explores new methods to enhance outcomes for students and the community. Their approach has had a long-lasting positive impact on the community, faculty, and on students. I'm pleased to present the Champion of Innovation Award to the Center for Social Enterprise team. Thank you. Our last award for exemplary employees is a big one. It's the Team Memorial Award. And we'll now return to the Grenfell campus where Dr. Bose is waiting to recognize the recipients both there and here. Dr. Bose.
I'm not Dr. Bose.
Oh, sorry, Ken.
It's my privilege to be able to present this citation. I'm Dr. Ken Jacobson, Interim Vice President at Grenfell Campus. And I'm going to ask the Grenfell IT staff to come forward. And while they're doing that, right here, don't be shy. Don't want to dampen anyone's enthusiasm. And I'd also like to ask the staff from the Office of the Chief Information Officer and the Department of Technical Services in St. John's to please stand. So the information technology staff at Grenfell and individuals in the Office of the Chief Information Officer and the Department of Technical Services worked collaboratively and tirelessly in response to a cyber attack that paralyzed communications, teaching and research tools, and access to information. The Grenfell campus cybersecurity attack was unprecedented at Memorial. In early January, it was impossible to communicate when all communications were down. The urgent situation meant that immediate action was necessary. The main goals were to support students, the academic mission, and to ensure that faculty could continue their work in teaching and research. And I can tell you that the impact on faculty, staff, and students was massive. But our IT professionals remained steadfast and diligent. The response to the cyber crisis involved nearly round-the-clock work in the initial days and weeks. More than 100 people from 3 campus units worked together to solve this complex crisis. Remarkably, there was only a 2-day delay to the winter semester. To go from being a campus without the use of technology to a campus that could open even in a limited way defied the odds. It was not easy, but we did it. As the semester continued, the team transitioned to maintenance and a longer-term rebuilding plans. The centerpiece was a 2-week network outage in June to facilitate the full installation of MunNet at Grenfell. The teamwork and camaraderie within these 3 groups as they worked together was truly remarkable. The outage itself was, in my opinion, a high point of the entire crisis. We saw seamless teamwork and many remarkable instances of selflessness, dedication, friendship, and good humor. What started as a disaster became a remarkable story of success and resilience by July 1st, 2024. You, the recipients, embody the very spirit of the Team Memorial Award. And from all of us, and from the bottom of my heart, thank you. And I now ask Dr. Bose and Chancellor Ludlow to present to the teams.
So congratulations to all our award recipients who make such a difference to the university. Time has not allowed us to read all of the accomplishments of each recipient. I ask everyone to learn more about these remarkable individuals in the printed programme. Thanks to the committee members who contributed to our awards processes and who have made the hard job of choosing recipients effective for today. This year, as we celebrate our 100th anniversary, we'll look back on our history and launch forth into an exciting future. We stand on the shoulders of those who came before us, like those who have been highlighted in the inaugural Centennial 100, the 10 initial recipients, and will depend on those honoured today and the entire memorial community to continue to build on the foundation they laid. Thank you all for coming. A photographer is available to take photographs of recipients, families and guests. Please enjoy the reception, both in St. John's and at Grenfell. Thank you.
We don't have the watch.